All right, everybody, what's up? Welcome to Hoagies and Pierogis, episode 49. Let's go. I'm Rusty DiCarlo.
And I'm RJ Hammond. How we doing, everybody?
Oh, RJ, we're doing good. We are doing very, very, very good.
One of us is.
I got MLB 23. That's the reason I'm feeling good. So I was a little bit too harsh on MLB 23. I was like, there's no way adding all these 99s right at the start of the game is going to be good because they usually start at like 90 overall.
Mm-hmm.
But there is so much to fucking do. There
Really?
is so much to do. It's crazy. I love
Nice.
it. It's definitely been a grind so far. I'm kind of lost. I'm like in between doing things. I'm like, all right, what the hell do I do next? The Negro League storylines were really good. They had, in between like moments, they had a Netflix style screen
Mm-hmm.
where it said like next episode up in five, four.
Oh.
It was just a really cool presentation,
Just
and I
like small
learned,
things that make it look real cool.
yeah, I learned
Nice.
a lot about the players that are in the game for Negro League season one. So
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna have season two next year.
Nice.
So
I wonder if that's
it's
on Switch. Maybe I'll get that. Always like playing the baseball games.
I think it is. I think it is on Switch this year.
The sports
I
games
don't
are weird.
know. Yeah, I don't know if it is next year.
Because, like, FIFA's on there, but, like, NHL and Madden aren't.
Hmm.
But
I know.
I don't know.
Well, the show 22 is on there. I know that. I don't know
Okay.
if 23 is on there though.
Yeah, it's. I should have never sold my Xbox. I'm thinking Switch
No,
gets
that
all
was
the games so late.
that was the wrong choice for sure.
I
Oh
didn't
well.
really play a lot of games, but that's all right.
Yeah, oh well. So, in terms of baseball, one of the big things, one of the huge programs that was added to the game was the World Baseball Classic, and the finals were this past week,
Yes, they were.
and that was a great game. Japan won it 3-2. Otani shut out the game and got the save.
The fact that the Angels have Otani and Mike Trout, and they're still just a dog shit team. I know it's more than just two people, but they're two of like what
Right, but they're
probably the
on
two
both sides of the
greatest
ball.
players. Like, yeah, I don't know how you can't like
it
it can't at least make the playoffs.
it really doesn't make sense to me with how rich the owner is.
I don't
I
know, man.
I don't understand why he wouldn't want to like just put an absurd amount of money into it like Steve Cohen is.
Yeah, seriously.
Like Steve Cohen wants to win one for his dad. Artie Moreno should want to win one for himself. He's like fucking 95.
Ooh, that's an old man.
He's old. I don't think he's that old, but he's up there. He's up there. But yeah, Otani, so fucking good.
Yeah, I saw everyone
Proved it.
hyping up the Otani Trout matchup, and didn't he just 1, 2, 3 him real quick?
Yes. So okay, so there was a great stat.
I was gonna say, I think I heard a stat about Trout and going out in 3 pitches or something like that.
And yeah, and a lot of people did not believe it. Okay, I finally found it.
Thank God.
My right, seriously. Mike Trout has had three swinging strikes in only 24 of his 6,174 career MLB plate appearances.
Oh my God,
So that's by getting all three strikes he swung at them. He's only done that 24 times.
that's crazy.
That is an absurd stat. An
See,
absolutely absurd stat.
now I want to see the full breakdown. I want to see the full breakdown of like how many times did he go down? Like, I don't know. I'm not even thinking too much into like. Never mind. Forget about it. I can't even explain it myself.
That's all good. I'm just glad we got to that. I
Yeah, we
found that
found the
fucking
stat.
tweet. I knew I retweeted it. I just didn't know if I could find it faster on Codify or if I looked through my
Yeah,
retweets. Found it faster through my retweets.
there we go. As long as we found it, right?
But yeah, that was hype. That tournament was excellent. But let's get to the tournament that matters. Okay,
A real tournament, baby.
I'm so fucking happy. we'll go through the events that that lead up to my giddiness right now.
This is the real reason Ian's happy, not fucking MLB the show. I mean, you're happy about that, but this is
Right.
making you
I'm
very
happy that it's
happy.
better than what I thought it was going to be, but I'm so happy for the tournament bracket. Let's go.
And I'm
Okay,
so
so
sad.
the Sweet 16. We thought the last round was good. The round of 64 and the round
Dude,
of 32 were good. Sweet 16 brought the heat.
yes, it did. Some very good games, some like just absolute blowouts, but still like good games in a way you're like, wow,
Hmm.
this team is fucking good.
Hmm.
So go ahead, Ian. Start it off right at the top with your team.
So yeah, first game of the day, UConn looked great. Oh my God, they trounced Arkansas 88-65. Those play designs are so unique. Sonogo is a beast. Oh, he's a beast. He's so good. Uh, I don't know. After they got to 80, they just put in the smallest white kid I've ever seen. Like seriously, he could have been any taller than me and skinnier than I
Oh my god. Dude, they Arkansas just looked like
am.
lost. Like it got to the point, and I think I texted it to you. Like I couldn't even tell if they like UConn's play designs were really good to start, and then towards the end, as it got further and further, I was like, I can't tell if their play designs are still really good or Arkansas is just playing fucking dog shit defense because they were letting guys
Right.
slip behind them like it was nothing. Like you can't do that. And I had more hope for a better game because Arkansas and Must Bus has done well in the tournament, but whew, they just
Right.
got dismantled.
I think that small white kid is the coach's son because I know the coach's son on UConn plays for the team,
Oh,
and
okay,
he's a bench player that comes in last second
nice.
when they're resting people at the end of these games in garbage time, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, they're gonna be even though you're going like back to back on these like last time in
Hmm.
this one, you're winning by so much. You're well rested.
Right. And I'm happy with the UConn pick, but I'm even happier that I called this the Michigan State Kansas State game. Best game of the weekend. What did I tell you?
I think that's going to be probably one of the best games, Michigan State, Kansas State.
Yeah, I hope that's a real high scoring game. I wish that would have been the national championship. That was so fucking awesome. Both teams were playing lights out. I never thought like I never knew who was gonna win. It was just so much fun to watch. That kid, Marquise Noel,
Marquise
insane,
Noel. Yep.
absolutely insane, record breaking performance. 19 assists. Like assists are hard enough to come by in basketball because they count them
Right.
so odd. And to get 19 and the assists that he got weren't even cheap. They were absolute dimes.
Every time that
Dimes.
he passed it, I thought he just like threw it down to the ground and it was going to be like a terrible dribble.
Yeah. And he like that when he was arguing with the coach and then just threw the alley oop, which they said was not like it wasn't like drawn up like that. Like they were actually arguing and he just saw the guy cutting and was like whoop, which is insane that the guy was even cutting
I
when they
mean,
didn't pick
hey,
a play yet.
right.
But
If it
dude,
works, it works. I mean, and he absolutely went off. I was so like my heart was racing, and I didn't really have any stake in that game.
yeah,
But I mean, I did have KSU winning, and I guess that is part of
that does
my
help.
whole thing. So yeah, it did help. And oh, let's go. But yeah, the first overtime, the only overtime
Yes,
game of the
only
tournament so
overtime.
far.
And the fact he also was the one that got that last steal and hit the last bucket at the buzzer, just pure poetry. Chef's
Absolutely.
kiss to that game.
Absolutely. That was really
But
good.
so far, game of the tournament, easily.
Yes, yes, I agree with you there. Easily the game of the tournament. So the next one up was FAU Tennessee, which was a
What a
defensive
180.
battle. That was a just boring game.
Yeah. Like,
27-22 at halftime. Like less than 50 points at halftime. Can you believe that?
I feel like, I mean, I guess Virginia did end up winning a national title, but in the past 4 years they've won a national title and then been out in the first round. And like Tennessee plays that same type of slow defensive game. And dude, if it's just not working, you can get killed. And
Yeah,
FAU just exposed them.
I noticed they had way too many like big people, and
Mm-hmm.
they were not fast enough to cover FAU's players. It
No,
was it was bad. It was really
it was
bad.
bad.
FAU won
FAU is
62-55.
they've been impressive. They got that one guy, man, that tall kid. He just dominates down low.
Ooh, that Russian kid. What is it?
Yeah,
Vladislav? Vladislav? Is that what it
yeah,
is?
something Vladislav, something like that. Just some
Yeah.
Russian guy who went to Boca Raton to fuck around at FAU and play some basketball, and now he's in the Final Four.
All right, now we can talk about two teams that don't matter anymore.
I mean, two teams that the K State and Michigan State don't matter anymore either.
This, I mean, right, but I'm more happy about this one. But this was
I
also a
know
really good game.
it
I was
was.
cheering for UCLA just because fucking Zaga.
Yeah,
But I went to sleep. UCLA had a pretty good lead. I woke up. They lost.
I know. I fell asleep too. If the end of the game was crazy, I went back and like watched because I was like, "What happened?" Because UCLA would like seemed to have pretty good control of the game, and then the ending was fucking insane. I think it ended up being tied, and then UCLA ends up hitting a three at the end. Like, I wish I would have been up to watch it, but I worked that day and it was crazy. So I was like doing the head nod, laying in bed, and I
Oh
was like,
yeah, I was doing the same thing.
I just turned it off. I was like, just give up, man. Like, you're not gonna finish it. Just go to sleep.
Like, come on, just one more second, one more second.
Yeah,
But yeah, the Gonzaga was looking good, and I was actually really worried
yes,
when I looked at UConn's path to the Final Four. I was like Arkansas and either Gonzaga or UCLA. I was like, oh,
yeah.
that doesn't look good. But
I would have been
holy
more
shit!
scared of if you had to play UCLA, but once I saw you were playing Gonzaga, I knew you were good because of Sonobo, and then UConn has that other tall white kid who's just massive.
Sonogo.
And anytime Drew Timmy plays someone who's just taller than him and rusted up a little bit, he just like he's doesn't. Although I think he still had 35 points in that game.
Right. uh, but holy shit, what was Bama doing?
Dude, I watched that game and I bet on Bama, and I
What
was
was that?
it was exactly what Bama has done the past 3 times they've been in the tournament. Like they're really good, and they just couldn't hit threes. They could not hit threes, and that's really what got to them. And I mean, after today, we found out San Diego State actually is a pretty damn good team.
Right.
But I felt like there was maybe some bad calls, and it might be biased because I did have Bama, and they were like winners in my bracket, but like they just couldn't get past the bad calls. They weren't hitting shots. They just looked bad. Brandon Miller, who was like the player of the year, looked fucking horrible. He had
And we had
9 points with 2 minutes left. I think he only ended
yeah.
with 9 points. Like it was so bad, so bad. And I think I thought it was like, all right, San Diego State at first, but yeah, after today, I'm like, nah, man, they just fucking beat Alabama's ass.
So do you think? I mean, I know you've said that he is a possible lottery pick. What are you thinking now?
Dude, I don't know because like between the whole situation, like I didn't really think that was gonna affect anything because they don't care once it comes to the pros. They clearly don't care in college. Like they'll just let him play. He hasn't been
Right.
charged. It's not great, but
Well,
whatever. A desperate
I
NBA
mean,
team will
the
pick someone
tournament
if
is
they need
what
to.
got John Morant drafted so high. I think.
Yeah, and the tournament might be what really pulls him down because he had like I don't think he scored at all in the first game against the 16 seed. Like he had a bunch of assists and stuff, but like he
Well, I
didn't
guess
play that
had a
well.
groin injury, and they said he was
Yeah.
only at like 80% in this game. So
His eighty
you know,
percent is better than nine
excuses,
points.
excuses. They should have more players than just him that are going off.
Yeah. And he had
So
2 fouls like right away. I don't know. I feel like maybe not just against Bama. I feel like there was just a lot of whistles in that game, and it was just a shitty game to watch.
Right.
But my Mountain West stat has been obliterated about how they've been so bad in the tournament lately. Corey texted me earlier today after they won, and he was like, "Someone told me the Mountain West sucked in the tournament," and I was like, "Guess they heard me," and I was just encouraged. They heard me, and they just needed some motivation.
Absolutely, yeah. Fucking pump them up. Let's go. I mean, no one could have ever seen that coming.
No, I mean they've
Almost
had
no
some
one.
good
I feel
players.
like
They've
that
made
was
a
a
couple runs, but
right. I feel like that was a popular 5-12 upset, like I've said.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, but all these second day games for the Sweet 16 were
Yeah,
really
they
not
were.
good.
No, they really weren't actually. We just talked about how good it was. The second day was really bad actually.
Yeah, yeah. The first day was good. The second day was bad. The Miami just dismantled Houston, 89-75. It
hmm
was never ever close. I didn't really watch that game too closely. I was
They
more worried about what Bama was doing.
yeah, Miami's they're just good. Their cards are so good, and they just don't give up. Like, and we'll talk about it more when we get to the game that just finished. Like
Right.
I mean, they just out hustled Houston. Houston couldn't keep up with their pace. Like it was
I think Houston.
impressive.
Yeah, I think Houston almost had the same problem that Tennessee had. They just couldn't keep up. They were playing the same kind of slow paced, a little bit too defensive. Not
Yeah.
enough, not enough firepower, not enough breakaway speed.
Yep. Yep. And Miami took advantage of that, and man, they looked fucking good that day. They looked damn good. There was never they got a lead and never looked back. I mean, the lead might have changed once. I don't remember, but wow, wow.
Maybe, yeah, maybe once.
Thinking back to that game, I'm like, why did I bet against them today?
The next game, Creighton kind of makes me wish that West Virginia was still in the Big East, because then you could say the division that West Virginia was in beat Princeton, and that would be the only time that you could say that. But yeah,
Uh,
Creighton took care of their smarty pants,
yeah,
86-75.
another just a fun game as far as scoring. Both late games were just fun as far as scoring went. I nailed. I don't know if I sent it to you. I parlayed. I had Creighton, I had Texas, and I had both the overs all straight, and I parlayed them too, and I nailed them all. I was so happy.
Nice, hell
So
yes.
that's why I thought yesterday was really good. Or 2 days ago was really good.
There we go. Hell yeah. Yeah, you didn't send me that.
Oh no, yeah, I forgot. No, that was awesome
That's
because
awesome.
I had Nate put those in for me, and I was like, this is great.
That is great.
um,
Holy shit.
but yeah, I was happy Princeton lost. I mean,
Right.
would have been a great story if they went further, but
Hmm.
I don't really want
Yeah,
a
Mizzou
15
wasn't that
seed.
good, and Arizona always fucks up. So
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
GG Ivy League.
Yep, it was a good run.
Yep. Uh, so Texas manhandled Xavier.
Yeah, they did.
I think
Holy shit!
yeah. The last time I checked in on it, 20
Yeah,
point lead with 10 minutes to go.
it
I don't
was
even know what the final score was. Didn't even
crazy.
check.
I don't
Did
remember
not
either.
even really care.
I just know Texas fucking annihilated them because Xavier looked so good in that last game they played, and wow, did they look really bad against Texas?
Yeah, they did. So there were no number one seeds in the Elite Eight for the first time ever.
That's yeah, first time ever.
I thought I saw it. It was
Crazy.
like from 1970, but I guess. But then I saw later that it was the first time ever. So I
Okay,
just wanted to. I just wanted to
back then
confirm.
doesn't count. Back then doesn't count. Some nerd can come back at us and say it actually happened in 1862.
When
No,
there were
fuck off.
only 16 teams in the tournament.
It was actually just UCLA and Cal playing all the time.
But yeah, that like you said, don't rely on the number one seeds. And in our joint bracket, it
We
died
had yeah.
very fast.
I know it's the brackets are such like a crapshoot, like especially when you first look at it, because like some of the stuff happens like you never. I mean, we bet on Fairleigh Dickinson, but did we actually think they were going to win? No one actually picked them
Yeah,
in their
no.
bracket, probably. Like, and it's just, and I mean, I said it before the tournament, like, and throughout the season, like, I'm not necessarily surprised there was no number one seeds because it was a very open tournament and an open season. It felt like anyone could lose and anyone could win. It shows with that Elite Eight having no number ones because some of these teams
Right.
came to fucking play, man.
They absolutely did. Um, I I really did not. I wasn't even checking the brackets, so I went to sleep on Friday night, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "All right, what's going on here?" I woke up on Saturday morning. I said, or no, it was like right before I went to sleep on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh fuck, I picked UConn, and I'm in third right now." So on Friday night I was in third place, and Corey had Gonzaga. He was the number one bracket.
Yep.
So I was dreading the game all day Saturday, and I was like, "No, holy shit, I can't believe this." I really had a bad feeling that Gonzaga was going to win, even though I was talking shit in the group chat.
I was gonna say you sure didn't make it seem like you had a bad feeling about it.
Right, because I was like, "Whoever has Gonzaga, good luck." And then Corey said, "Oh," or no, John said, "Oh, that's Corey's bracket," and I said, "Fuck
Yeah.
you, Corey." The But then the dominoes started to fall on
Yes,
Saturday. The
it
first
did.
one was KSU FAU. Corey's bracket had Kansas State winning, but mine did
Another
not.
good game.
Another great game. FAU pulled through 76. KSU was involved in two of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, Noel was like the only one who really seemed like to be the only one that showed up to play again. Like, it seemed like a struggle that whole time for Kansas State. Like almost like that other game was such an emotional high. Like to come back for that, it was just a battle the whole time. And
Right.
FAU, Noel was trying, but you can only do so much when you're fucking 5'8" going against a tall motherfucker in the middle with his hands up like this.
That is crazy. He was like what, the fourth or fifth player to get 30 plus points, 10 plus assists in a game?
Something like that. I mean, he was all
That
over. He was
was
doing rebounding, assists, all of it.
that was dominant. That was definitely a performance that I think people will remember.
Yeah, he'll be one of those guys who he may or may not play in the NBA. Probably not, but you'll be like, I remember that guy from 2023. That
Right.
23 tournament, Noel was fucking awesome.
Or anytime Kansas State makes it into the tournament. Oh, do they have
Yep,
do they have a Noel type? You know,
yep, yep. Exactly,
they'll
exactly.
be like they'll be like the Patriots of the college basketball. Like how the Patriots always have small white wide receivers.
Yep, yep,
Kansas
exactly.
State will always have small black people.
What's his
What
name?
position does he play? Is that the
I think he's their point guard.
point guard? Yeah. Okay. I don't know positions of basketball,
I
so
thought you were about to make a short joke right there, so I was like, I'm gonna let him cook. But
no.
yeah, they had that their running back that they had who fucking destroyed TCU in that Big 12 championship game, whose name escapes me. Deuce something. He was fucking short and he's good. And then you have Darren Sproles. He's a K State guy too.
Oh yeah, Darren Sproles.
They just got short guys that are awesome.
They do. They really do. Damn. But yeah, that was the first domino to fall on the path to getting closer to win the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of like three things had to happen. Like this is
Yep.
almost like all the things that had to happen for the Steelers to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
That's how many things had to happen for me to win the bracket like this
Pretty
weekend.
much. That was
And then
one.
the next game, this almost guaranteed it. UConn
Pretty
Gonzaga.
much. Yep.
UConn
Crushed them.
Gonzaga. This determined
crushed
the
them.
top three for sure. So this was the most impressive second half I think I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Yeah, I fell asleep before that.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
so they hit a dagger of a three to go up by seven at halftime.
I did see that, and then I fell
That
asleep
I
during
that was
halftime.
I was like, okay, this is good news. And
Mm.
then the second half started, and Drew Timmy had his fourth foul, so he had to sit out like a minute into the second half,
Ooh,
and he sat out
not great.
for the whole UConn run.
They should do six. They should do 6 fouls in college. I just want to say that.
Right.
But
I don't know. I think five is good for the. They only play 40 minutes instead of
yeah, I
48
guess
in NBA.
the
So
refs just need to swallow the whistles a little bit more. Fucking refs.
they were kind of calling a lot of fouls today. I wasn't really happy with that.
We'll get to the refs in the next game. Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry.
But yeah, I think they said UConn went on a 41-15 run, and UConn led by as much as 33 in the second half.
Wait, 41-15. I didn't.
41-15.
I guess you had to win
Yeah,
by that much, but my God.
I think it might have been more, but that was like the last time that I was listening to it, and the last time that they were like up big.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
they led. I started
41-15.
counting at the end when they were pulling away. They led by as much as 33.
Holy
They
shit.
won 82-54.
Dude, they're really good, man. They're
I
really
cannot
good.
believe how good they are. So they are the 10th team to win all of their games, all four of their games leading up to the Final Four by
Hmm.
15 plus points.
Dude.
And 15 was the lowest margin. I think the next lowest margin is 23. And then
And I
28 and then 28 again.
because what are they? They're a 5 seed, 4 seed, which yeah, I guess because they were. I think they were number one at some point during the season, maybe early. Like they were a good team, but man, the fact that they're a four and they've just been like and like I'm not. They didn't exactly have an easy walk through it. They played some fucking tough teams,
Okay, so
and my
23,
God,
15, 23 again, and
Jesus.
28. But yeah, I saw that I always look at the BPI
Uh huh.
when I'm selecting brackets, even though I know that doesn't matter at all. But they were sixth, and they were a four seed, and I was like, I think they should at least be a three seed.
Yeah.
That is, I think they were getting disrespected a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it shows they seem like they are playing like they were disrespected because they're not
Yeah.
letting their foot off the gas whatsoever.
Oh no, they like to score. I was gonna
I mean,
in that game in that game against Arkansas. They were up so big, and they were just going down, and they were just shooting with like
dude,
18 seconds left on the shot clock. I was like, what are you doing?
they
They
if
were
they
running.
I,
They're not afraid to run up the score, and I'm kind of happy about that.
no, and I feel like they
I'm
probably could
really
have.
happy about that.
I didn't watch, but I feel like they probably could have scored 100 on Gonzaga if they really wanted to. If they didn't put in
Oh, if they really, yeah, if they really wanted to, they could have. If they left their starters in, they were
like they
on
probably put in
pace.
your short guy.
That second half was brutal, absolutely brutal. Whew.
It's it's fun to watch a team like even more than professional basketball. In college basketball, when you can watch a team that's just clicking, it's so fun to watch and it's really impressive.
Hmm.
UConn is, and they, I mean, talk about a possible game of the tournament coming up next weekend.
Right.
Whew.
UConn,
Oh,
Miami. Oh my God. But yeah, if
oh,
I think this if UConn so UConn won, so I think I was pretty much in the driver's seat to win the bracket. It all just
yeah.
came down to Texas. But I also had Texas to win. So if Texas won the game against Miami, I think I would have still been in a pretty good position.
It
I
probably would have
would have
helped you.
right, I
Yeah.
would have just had to sweat out the game
Yeah.
next week.
Yep.
But now I don't have to.
Nope.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
Um,
Let's just go through this
I
quite
oh,
easy
I
real
just wanted
quick
to say
because it was.
UConn has won three of the past four national championships in the state of Texas.
You know, they said that. Someone said that before the tournament started, and I was like, maybe I'll pick UConn. And then I was like, no, like whatever. I really wish I would have taken that. I was like, that's too like. There's so many things. Like my betting
I
brain has
think
those things. Like it's so perfect. Like I'll just pick this because this happens all the time here. And I'm like, no, I'm getting too into my head with it. Just UConn will lose at some point. I should have listened at that point.
did you
Should have
mention
listened this
that
time.
when we were picking the bracket?
No, I heard it after we had done that,
I
like
think
before the
I
tournament
thought
had
I heard you
started.
say that before.
I thought maybe I did say it. There was something like, oh, that UConn seemed to it seemed to be like two team of destiny because Texas and something else like it was something to do with the years and the seeds they were. So I forget, but
Right, but we went Iona instead on that bracket. So I'm glad I didn't listen to that bullshit.
fuck you, Fiesta.
Fuck you, Fiesta. Let's go. Did you see him and Corey wanted a refund?
Yeah. Well,
But yeah,
Fiesta's just Fiesta.
the,
Fiesta
dude,
might actually want a refund. Corey just said that.
right, right. I know they were joking, but dude, the NCAA finally fucking listened to us.
Yeah.
They started the games at 2:20 and 5 o'clock today. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to stay up all night tonight. Thank
I
God.
know. When I texted you about recording today, I hadn't even looked at when the game started. I actually had looked at the games on my phone, but I didn't look at the time. I was like,
Right. Well,
"Are we gonna record
they didn't
before or
announce the starting
tomorrow?"
time for the longest time.
Oh, they didn't. Ah, see,
No,
maybe
yeah,
I didn't even see it.
it wasn't even up after the games ended last night.
Oh, okay.
So I went to
Well,
sleep and I was like, well, okay, well, we'll see what time they start. I expected them to start at 6:30.
which is good because people are going to work tomorrow and shit. But I don't know. They should have done it
Yeah.
yesterday. Like, have the games end. Like right now would have been perfect for Saturday. Have the games end now because like it was just such a long wait yesterday for the games to start. And it's like you could have had like people who watch the tournament will still sit at home and watch, but like you'll get more eyes for people waiting around during the day to go out
Right.
and go out at
Well,
night. The games will end right as people are going to go out to drink and shit.
they did have the women's tournament earlier in the day yesterday. So they really don't want to uh,
Oh,
play the games at the
yeah,
same time this year.
they flopped
They're
them.
really pushing the women's tournament. Dude, some people are on ESPN like replying on Twitter like, dude, this is sexist. There's no front page news about the men's tournament. I was like, this is
Oh,
ridiculous. Just go to the men's page. This is
oh.
like, who cares about the home? Why are you
Who
bitching about
cares
the
about
home
the?
page?
Who still goes to the homepage of ESPN? Like if you're still
Right,
going to
right. Like what?
ESPN, like the actual site, except for just like you're on your computer already, you
Mm,
have the app, and no one's ever looking at the front page of the app.
right.
Everyone immediately is going to scores. So
And
like,
listen,
what a
the
loser.
women's tournament is really good this year. I really like it.
It is.
But I told my buddy that I was probably gonna win the pool that I was in
Mm-hmm.
this week today, and he was like, "Is it a women's bracket?" I said, "No, it's not a fucking women's bracket. You think I filled out a fucking women's bracket?"
Corey, I think Corey does every year. I'm not sure. I know he did last year. There's been some upsets. Miami's been like upsetting people left and right with the TikTok twins, the Cavendish
They
twins,
have
my
been, dude. They're
girls.
in tandem. They're in tandem. The men's and women's team right now.
Yep. They're gonna do they might do what Villanova did last year with the men and the women both making the final four possibly.
You know what? They can win the tournament for all I care. I don't give a shit at this point because I won the pool after Miami beat Texas. Let's go!
Let's go!
That's it. That's it.
Woo!
Did it.
I think I won the bracket. Ah!
Yes,
That was a sad game for me.
yes.
I said before we started recording to Ian, I was very happy for him, but I had the future on Texas. I bet on Texas today. So I'm happy for you, but I'm
Hmm.
still sad. It was so... Texas was
Hmm.
in control all game. They looked so good all game. I thought they had it, never was going to sweat. Then they start to... Miami started to pull back. I'm like, oh my
They
God.
weren't in control. They weren't in control the whole game. They let Miami linger around. They let him stick
It's true.
around, and it bit him in the ass at the end.
Dude, and the second Miami like got close, like within 4, Texas just started shitting themselves. They just started taking the most ridiculous shots I've ever seen in my entire life. The one guy had literally a guy like in his face here and was like just chucked up a three that
Right.
went nowhere near the net. They
Well,
were
they were
shooting.
up what
Oh,
51-41 in the second half, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh my God." Like I was like, "Oh, this is going to be crazy. I'm going to have to
and
sweat it out next weekend. I'm going to be shitting my ass."
they just couldn't do anything right. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And they took the dumbest shots, foul. They were getting out rebounded by there was 4 people at one point underneath their basket. And Miami got the offensive rebound with one person. One fucking person.
Yeah, it was impressive. It honestly, that was impressive.
And at the end I was just like, God, I was upset, but I was like, God, Miami is just a really fucking good team. Wong, Pack, like those guys can fucking shoot. They're great guards. The one
Yep.
guy was like 11 for 11 or 13 for 13 from fouls, like the foul line today. They just never stopped. And Coach Laurinega, who for some reason he goes by Coach L, which seems like something you shouldn't do. If he keeps going like this, he should start. He should change his name. He should start calling him Coach W because they did the same thing last year when they made a run. They're just so good. They're so good. And we
I
got 3 teams in the Final Four that are like paradise. You got Boca Raton with FAU. You got San Diego, and you got Miami. And then just up north, we got UConn. How this has been it's been a great tournament.
It has been a really good tournament. I There have been almost no gripes. Although the Creighton SDSU game, what happened at the end there? It was 65-65 with like
Dude,
2 seconds left. And then someone got fouled?
dude.
So what is this what you were talking about by officiating?
Yes. The so it was tied.
I
First
didn't
of
really
all,
look into this. So,
the game was like moving fast at first in the first half, and then it just died in the second half. So it was like 56-56 with 12 seconds left. San Diego State's driving towards the lane.
or yeah,
The
50,
Creighton
not
guys
yeah, not
behind
not
him.
65.
Oh, I didn't even realize you
I'm
said
just
it like
dyslexic.
that. But the guy shoots a floater, and the Creighton guy was behind him, and like he extended his arm a little, and like swiped, and it missed anyway. But they called a foul with 1 second left, and I'm like, sure it was a foul. But God, just swallow your whistle and let them go to overtime. Like the guy was. I feel like the guy was even shocked, and then the guy missed the first free throw, and I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get a ball don't lie situation here, and I'm gonna lose my mind because it just it was a shitty way for the game to end, and they should have just let it go to overtime. Like unless it's like an egregious foul, you just swallow your whistle, like just swallow the whistle, and it's like, and it's not the same as like the Super Bowl. Like that was just an obvious hold. Fine, that was like,
Right.
all right, sure, by definition a foul because he extended his arm, but like, how much did it really affect him? And like, just shut up and let them play. College refs are the worst.
Yeah, there were.
I hate them.
I feel like a lot of questionable fouls today, specifically. There were a lot in the
Yeah,
Miami
they're
Texas game. There were a lot in that Creighton SDSU game.
dude, the
So
Miami. Did you see the Miami Texas one where the guy literally was like over the guy's back? The Miami guy was over the Texas player's back. He was just trying to box him out, and because he was in the air, he just fell under him, and the Miami guy fell on him, and they called a foul on the Texas guy.
a lot of
And
flops worked.
I was like, just I don't know, just don't call anything there, like, or at least over the back, like. It was so sad.
Well,
Uh,
honestly, I'm just glad our bracket didn't do so good so that I don't have to split the profit with you. A cool $348 in my pocket. Let's go.
you're gonna make me want to say what John said, and I don't want to say that because that was I
What?
was like, Jesus, John.
What did John say? What did John say? Hey, tell me what John said. Please tell me what John said, or else I'll say
John
it.
said. John said he hopes the entire team dies in a plane crash. We're just
What
fucking
team?
around. John does that.
What team?
UConn. John does this in the group chats all the time. Like, we'll be fucking around, and John will be like, he'll just drop something, and you're just like, well, that's just not where the conversation was going at the time. Like, remember when we were talking about,
Right.
what's his name?
Well, hold
The
up. Let me
Steelers
just
guy.
go over the
Oh
group
my
chat
God.
real quick. It says John said that first. I'll say it. I hope UConn dies in a plane crash. And I said, ha 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 ha. Corey said, damn. Alex said, that's more like it. And then I said, Sonogo lives in Africa. Is that not punishment enough?
Oh my God.
And then John said, that big boy clearly hasn't missed a meal, so no. And then Corey said, RJ's in the group chat.
We don't need to
talk
throw
about
this
him
in
like
there. We didn't need to mention that one, did we?
Yeah, we did have to mention that one. But then mine
was
was in
texting-
reference to Sonogo. I said, you're not fat if it's from cannibalism in his country. You're just the best hunter.
Oh my God.
And then John said, he's not drinking red Gatorade on the sidelines. It's the blood of his victims.
Just
I think that was a
texting
good
Corey-
chain.
No, because everyone matched the energy. John just took it up a level all of a sudden. You were just shit talking about the bracket, and just like John's done it before in different group chats where he'll say something like that, and then the conversation just stops. Like no one replies anymore.
Oh, I'll get on that plane.
I know. I was texting Corey.
That's why I'm
separately.
best friends with John.
Yes. After spending the weekend with you two together, like not just completely blacked out like we normally were, IU Patties, I was like, I get why they're best friends because you guys are like the same person, basically. I was like, Ian and John, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Right.
Because,
I thought
like,
me and Frowny got along really well. Me and him have
Yeah.
pretty similar humor. That was
The,
really good. Some good back and
God.
forth.
Who was the guy, the Ohio State quarterback, who was on the Steelers who died?
Haskins.
Yeah. In a separate, it was like me, Fiesta, John, Corey, and Shane. I was like, damn, Dwayne Haskins or whatever. And John was like, not surprised. After we people talked about it, John goes, not surprised. And I, like, no one answered after that. No, for
Oh my
days.
God.
No one answered back. And I was texting Shane on the side. I was like, all right, well, John just ended that conversation. And that's what I thought was going to happen there, but I forgot it was everyone.
Dude,
So I was
yeah,
like, all right,
that's
someone
why.
matched him at least.
Yeah, someone said that was the March Madness chat that we're in. No. That's the new joke chat.
I'm ready for it.
I'm gonna be chiming in.
Oh, God.
So yeah. Do you have anything else on the tournament this weekend? We have a pretty good Final Four. Comes down to Miami, UConn, SDSU, FAU.
I guess I only wish that Miami and UConn were on separate sides of the bracket so we could maybe see them against each other.
That would
Because
be
I
good.
feel like I don't know. I mean, I guess San Diego State and Florida Atlantic have been playing really good. I just I feel like the UConn Miami game is just going to be so good, and whoever they play, they're going to fuck up in the final.
Right. Yeah, that side of the bracket's a little bit even though I do think it would be a good game against SDSU, they're also a little bit more defensive and they're not as explosive.
Yeah. Like, imagine 5 years down the line, you're
Well,
like,
they went
for some
57,
reason,
yeah,
for,
57, 56.
yeah.
Like what the max points they've scored is 75 against Furman.
Yeah, that's not going to work against Miami or UConn. It's
No.
I think
I feel
at
like
this point, I think Florida Atlantic might have a better chance
Right.
because they
Like
can
you
score
said,
at least.
if UConn is trying their hardest, they can drop 100. I
I
feel
think
like,
they could.
especially
Like,
on one of those two teams, especially on SDSU or FAU. I feel like
yeah,
they can drop 100.
like I just imagine 5 years from now, like just thinking back, like, God, who played in that 23 final? Like UConn won, but who did they put? Florida Atlantic, like, or just that being like a trivia question 5 years from now, like in the 2023 March Madness tournament, UConn dismantled this team and scored 150 points. Who was that team? Like, I just, they're gonna kill them.
Although it would be cool if FAU made it to the finals.
It would be cool.
Either
And
way.
I think I wholeheartedly disagree with Fiesta saying it's a shitty Final Four. I don't think it is. I think these two games are great. I think the two games are great matchups.
Uh,
The
if
names and the numbers are not great. The names and the
right.
numbers aren't great.
I think to
But
begin with, that whole East bracket wasn't really, unless Kansas State made it, it wasn't really good to begin with.
I
If
think
Purdue would have made it, if Marquette would have made it, it wouldn't really be. You might have been excited about Marquette, but not about Purdue, not about Duke, not about Tennessee, not about Kentucky. Like
like it's
no,
just because there aren't.
no one would have really gave a shit.
Yeah, cause like then it's just like every other year you have just the blue blood. Like last year was like the blue blood invitational. It was Duke, it was UNC, it was Villanova, and Kansas. Like, yeah, that's cool. You have these four monsters of college basketball going head to
Right.
head. But now it's like
But that's
you got
also yeah, that's
UConn, you got
also like
Miami. Like,
boring.
yeah, like and yeah, good games. But like I think these are going to be really good games. I think it's going to be fun. And they are the teams who honestly I think Creighton has been playing really good, and I think Creighton. It'd be more exciting if Creighton was there, but I think these are four teams who've been playing the best basketball, and that's how they got here by playing really good fucking basketball.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So fuck you again, Fiesta. Just because I don't know. I hate when
I
people say
have
that. Like,
I
let's
have
play
enjoyed
out
the
before you say
tournament.
it's shitty.
I have enjoyed the tournament so far. There's no reason to start hating on it now.
No, no.
So
Let
that
the
was
games play
great.
out. If the
Absolutely, that
games
was great.
suck, then sure, maybe it's a shitty Final Four. But don't say it beforehand. Like, what if both these games go to double overtime and are absolute thrillers? You don't know that.
That would be perfect.
That was to you.
Yeah, at
Not
this point, I'm
Fiesta,
just hoping
not
for
you.
the best games because
Yeah.
no one has any stake in this anymore. I'm the
Yeah.
winner. I'm the wiener.
I know. I texted Shane after the game. I was like, well, I guess that bet slip I left for you, you can go cash it now with the one bet I hit
Right.
on it. My one over.
So second
Ah.
place, I don't think second place and third place are solidified yet because I'm pretty sure Shane's mom has UConn making it to the finals, but UConn losing. So she can only
Ooh.
score, what is it, 160 more points? 160 more points max?
Mm-hmm. I think it's
But even if she scores that, I also have UConn winning, so I win no matter what.
yeah. Corey can pop back up there possibly. Um. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, second and third are
Not
still up
yeah,
for grabs.
everyone's settled. Uh,
Is
it's
it?
only me. It's only me and Shane's mom that can move up.
Yeah,
No one can.
a second
No one's.
bracket of yours.
No one can score any more points.
Nice. Okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
Ian two at the top there is my UConn bracket.
Oh, I thought you had a second one that you were like, oh, my other one can move up, and I was like, God damn, you can get first and second.
No, the other one is. I think that's Shane's mom. I'm pretty sure it's Shane's
Okay.
mom because it says
The
Deborah's demolition.
oh yeah. I see it.
Yep, and
Yeah,
that
that's the one
has
she filled out the first day with us. She was asking
max
me.
660.
Yep. Oh, crazy.
So
You
she can get
literally,
second.
dude. So many people had Alabama. Holy shit.
John is guaranteed second or third. and then Wagner might be third, but John might be third. Wagner might get kicked out by Shane's mom.
Did Shane just have third getting their money back? I don't remember what he did for the
Third is
breakdown.
10%, so that's $58.
Dude, what was second? If John gets second and third, could he make just as much or more money than you?
Not more. Not more.
Okay.
He gets
Oh
174
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
he gets
No,
second.
that's right.
And
That's
then
right.
I
You
get
couldn't
three.
possibly make more because of the percentages.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get 348.
Got it. Got it.
It's 60, 30, 10.
If John gets second and third, we're never gonna hear the end of it. Like we might hear more from John getting second and third more than you winning. I feel like John will be like, "I got second and third. That's more impressive. Two of my
No,
brackets were also."
no, no, no. What? Then
Oh, I messed it up. Oh,
it
okay.
depends. Yeah, John can either get second or third,
Oh,
not
okay,
both,
okay. I heard
but
you
he
wrong then.
is guaranteed at least second or third. He
Okay,
can't move out of the top three.
got it.
Shane's mom will
Deborah,
either get second or nothing.
what a. Oh,
And
well,
then
she'll be rooting for
but
UConn.
then right. If she gets nothing, Wagner gets third. If she gets
Good for
second,
Wagner.
Wagner gets nothing.
Ugh, damn.
But if UConn wins, I still remain at first. So I'm the wiener.
Ugh.
You tired of talking about college basketball, RJ?
um.
Let's talk about the Penguins then.
Oh yeah, the Penguins. I skipped past that.
I thought this was
Oh,
a really cool stat. It's the only thing I had about the NHL. Sidney Crosby is the first player in NHL history to have 30 goals in his age 18 season, and then again at 35 plus years old. First ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't. I stopped even arguing against Sidney Crosby years ago. I just accepted. Once they did the back to back, or not? Was it back to back? Or
I
the
think
three? It was like once they had the
what
two.
was it 2007,
It was
2006,
it was
2007,
nine. No, it was
2009,
oh
2007.
they
I think
went
it
they
was.
went back to back. But when they won the two in later, like more recently,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got you.
were those back to back, or was there
They
someone in
were
between
back to back.
those?
I can't remember what
Yeah.
years they were though
Once that happened,
specifically.
and that was when I was watching a lot more at the time too. Like Crosby was just doing the filthiest things on the ice I might have ever seen. I gave up on like shitting on him. He's fucking good, man.
So good.
I'd put him up there. He's not going to be there with points, but I'd put him up there with Gretzky, man. Like he's so goddamn good.
Right, I'd put him like up there. Like he's probably equal with Lemieux.
I think he's Pat. Well, I don't know how Pittsburgh viewed because like I feel like Mario Lemieux damn near
Pittsburgh
saved the city of Pittsburgh.
loves Lemieux. Pittsburgh
Like
loves Lemieux, but they also love Crosby.
I know. I guess we'll have to see how it ages, but I think yeah, man, has he won them more cups than Lemieux? He's won them three. How many did Lemieux win?
I think so. I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
think Lemieux also won three. Was it 91, 92, and then
Yeah, yeah, I think he won three too. Lemieux. I mean, Lemieux practically saved that franchise. Like,
it might have only been two,
not
but I'm not sure.
not even just like by being drafted. Like after the fact, when he retired, like he helped save that whole franchise and made himself a lot of money doing it as well. We'll
Yeah,
see. He's up there, man. He's
yes.
so fucking good. He's just some of the shit he does, like his vision on the ice. He just sees people, and you're just like, how the fuck did he see that guy?
Mm,
Like that guy wasn't even close to him.
yep.
I'm ready to start. Once this tournament's over, I'm gonna be watching a lot more hockey.
All right. But another great retired. So hopefully Crosby doesn't retire soon. I still think he has some gas left in the tank.
No, and I
But
don't think he'll.
Hightower retired Dante Hightower officially retired. He didn't play at all last year, so this is kind of expected.
Yeah, doesn't change much for you, but great player.
Officially
I don't.
officially calling it quits is nice though to have, a ribbon on it.
Yes, definitely. I don't know. I know he was good. I know he was a good player, but I don't know much else about him because he, yeah. I thought I
I
had
just
more to
don't
say about that than I did.
I just don't think that he has the cumulative stats to be in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
but he did have a great peak.
Yes. I
I do think he was up there in terms of linebacker play.
I remember hearing his name a lot when I'd watch Patriots games.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think I have said this before. When I think of Patriots, one of the names that comes to mind is
Yeah.
Dante Hightower. So
Yes. Definitely.
absolutely,
Absolutely. Patriots legend.
goat linebacker will be one of my favorite players.
Meh.
Dante.
So, what's this? I feel like I read this negativity thing that you put in here a bunch of times, and I don't know if
Right.
I get it. Like, is it just comments or like negative comments
So
people post or
I think
something?
it's total posts, just total like posts overall, not comments on posts, but just posts.
Oh,
So someone tweeted a social media negativity spreadsheet using posts from Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit.
so
So
like,
like that
would
takes into
one of
account.
yours?
Yeah, like one of mine would count in that because there's a post
Who
on
the
Twitter.
fuck took the time to do this?
I don't
That's
know.
insane.
It's not really that insane because you could just go, search whatever
Oh yeah,
tweet
I guess you
has
could.
Patriots in it, kind of filter that out, then put another filter on it.
You could probably automate it, I guess.
Right. So I don't know if this counts positive or like news articles because the results were a little bit they weren't as high as I thought they would be in terms of negativity.
Yeah, like I
So
feel like half the time all I see is people just talking shit about their own
right,
teams.
right. So the Patriots were 24th overall at 7% negativity, but then the Eagles were 10th and they have 11% negativity. So that
Which,
seems that seems pretty low.
yeah, it does. But the fact we were 10th in a year where, was it just this year? I guess. Like, we were a really fucking good team all year. I don't know who was complaining. I don't know if
Honestly,
I ever had a negative thing about the season other than like when
I feel
Hurts was
like
injured.
I feel like Eagles fans would complain a lot on like social media
Probably a lot of it
about
probably came after
anything,
that
about
Commanders game.
anything. And
They're
a
out.
lot
You
of
know
that
what?
probably came in the Minshew games. Minshew games.
Yeah, the Minshew games and the Command. I bet you a majority of them came after the Commanders game, and I bet you a majority of them. Yeah, I'm not surprised because I bet you because when we let out the hate comes out. So
Right.
I guess it's
And
not
I
too
just think a
surprising.
lot of Patriots fans are older and they don't really use like Twitter or Reddit that much. So I think
Yeah,
that's why they're so low.
I feel like maybe after this year it might start to turn because I feel like a lot of Patriots fans, and I guess I don't know a lot, but just from the perception from Twitter, I guess they're like, we got 6 rings in the
Right.
past 20 years. Like,
It
how can
said,
we be that upset about stuff? But then I see
yeah.
you freaking out about the Patriots, and I'm like, maybe Ian's an outlier, or maybe I don't know if he's like the rest of the fans. Like,
Right. It said
I don't
only
know if you're a good
6%
pulse.
of the negative posts on Twitter. There were only 6% negative posts on Twitter. But I have to be like 75% of
Yeah, probably
that. I have to be
within the past like 2
75% of
weeks.
that 6%.
Yes, since
Yeah.
especially since free agency started.
Well, apparently they're one of the most interested teams on Judy, and they're kind of narrowing in on him. So
Well, hopefully that'd be
that has
great.
to happen
That'd be
soon.
that'd be great for you guys. Get
I'd
that
rather
connection back.
right. I'd rather it happen sooner than later. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
But yeah, I mean, that's not really, those numbers aren't really surprising if you're counting all of the news articles, which aren't really negative.
Sometimes when things like this come out, I'm like, maybe we have too much information now.
Right.
Maybe.
Someone just tweeted it. It wasn't really from an official, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like the team report cards. It wasn't official like that.
No. The team report cards. Oh, I hope they do that every year. That was great. I want a
Right,
full
yeah. This
breakdown of
this
it next
isn't
year.
this isn't fake news like Zeke claiming he's going to be signed by. He has like 3 teams to be signed by.
I heard someone like mention it as a joke on a podcast that Zeke was going to come to the Eagles. And then I saw that it was real and I was like, fuck that. No. I don't want him. I will
Well,
boo him. I don't care. I will boo him on my own team. Every time he touches the ball.
that's the funny
Last
thing.
time we
He-
last time we got a former Dallas running back, he was shit. Anytime we get a former Dallas player, they're shit. Remember that cornerback, whatever the fuck his name is, started with an O? He was Orlando Scandrick. Shit. And he would shit on the Eagles. And he fuck that guy. Fuck any Cowboy. I don't want him. I don't want that stench on our team. I don't want that first round exit
Right.
bullshit on our team.
Well, that's the funny thing about it.
I don't think.
Zeke narrowed his list of potential teams that he would like to sign with down to the Jets, Bengals, and Eagles. The funny thing is, the Jets running backs don't want him. They tweeted that, and Zach Taylor came out and said he likes the Bengals roster where it's at right now.
And I hate that because both of those are so perfect. Like the Bengals don't need
no.
it. They've got Joe Mixon.
The thing is, Zeke just said that without like confirming with these teams that they're like potential like buyers.
Yeah, but I don't like that the Eagles haven't said anything yet. Everyone else came back out. Jets have a great running back room. Zach Taylor, perfect. Nick, I need you to come out with the Beat Dallas shirt or a shirt that says Fuck Dallas and do your Nick Sirianni thing and be like, no, we're not taking that fat fuck with abs.
Are you sure you wouldn't like him? He could run behind Lane Johnson, who's getting $33 million.
Ian, you and I
1
can
year.
run behind Lane Johnson.
$33 million. $33
That man
million.
deserves
$30 million
double
guaranteed.
that.
He is
Give him
right
double,
tackle.
triple.
Is that what he is? A right tackle?
Yeah. Give him all the money.
33 million. That is 13 million
Zero.
more than the highest contract that was signed by an offensive lineman. I know it's just 1 year, but that's insane. That is crazy. Crazy.
That's how many sacks Lane Johnson has given up in 2 years.
0.
Give him all the
right.
money.
With the torn
Give him
abductor,
all
I
the
saw. Yes, but
I'm happy.
That's-
It's a lot of money. I don't care. I'll take him. He's the greatest right tackle in all of sports. Forget just football. Forget
You
the
know
NFL.
what? Maybe the Patriots are better off drafting an offensive tackle,
Yeah, maybe.
so it won't cost them $1 million fucking dollars.
It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
Holy shit!
I'll
I
live
saw
with
that
it.
and I was like, money eyes immediately. What
Yep.
the hell? That was the most shocking contract of the offseason so far. Seriously. That's
Yeah.
so much money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Hey, get this. That's more money than Lamar Jackson's making next year.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy?
I didn't think of it like that.
That's true. Lamar Jackson's getting paid $32 million next year. Lane Johnson's getting paid $33 million. I don't think it's next year, but it's the year after, I think, right? Because it's
Yeah,
an
I
extension
think
on the
it's-
contract that he currently has.
Yeah. I think it's probably until we'd have to pay Hurts probably, or maybe it overlaps 1 year where we'd have to pay Hurts, where it's like, hey man, you fought through the Super Bowl. I feel like it's a bonus for like, hey, you fought through the playoffs through a fucking torn abductor muscle. Here's
Right.
$33 million.
Here's quarterback money.
Yeah.
Here's running back money.
Maybe Lamar should get in touch with Lane Johnson's agent instead of this guy that he's starting a home gym with, who's going around telling the NFL that
Dude.
he's Lamar's agent.
So I had the same exact thought that you had. Who is this guy, and does Lamar know that he's going around telling
Who's this guy?
people that he's his agent?
Who's this guy?
Kevin? Is that what his name is?
I don't know. I was like, what? I saw the thing, and that, like I said, I put it down, and I just didn't
Yeah.
see that you had it because it was at work, and I'm just writing things down so I have it in case it wasn't. And I was like, and then I listened to stuff about it, and I'm like, where's this guy getting access to NFL teams that he's able to talk to them and be like, hey man, I'm representing Lamar, like let's try and get a deal done. Like, where did this guy come from? But I guess
Just
they're
out of
starting
nowhere.
a home gym.
Yeah, they're starting a
does that
home
even
gym
mean?
together. But before that, the NFL sent out a memo that was like, "Hey, you can't negotiate with this guy, whoever the fuck he is. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to this wacko." Like, what does this guy think he's doing? And a lot of people
know.
thought that it was like Lamar just pretending to be someone else.
That would have been.
That would have been hilarious, but I don't think that's the case.
Imagine if they put out a picture and it was just Lamar with a fake mustache. For like the glasses, the nose mustache glasses on. Like, hey, I'm representing Lamar, guys. We're helping. What is the whole thing's?
Hi,
what
I'm
is a home
Groucho.
gym?
I'm Groucho Jackson.
How are you releasing a home gym? What does that mean? Is it like you're releasing an app where people can do workouts at home?
No, it's like
What does that mean?
a carry out, like a pack out, like gym that you can open up, and it has the
like a
weights.
total gym.
Yeah,
the Chuck Norris
yeah.
total gym.
That's what it looks like on his Instagram. He was like, "Hey, me and my partner, my business partner, Kevin, or whatever the fuck his name is, are releasing a home gym." So, and that's all that we've heard so far since then. That was, a couple days ago. Who the hell knows?
I'm starting to get sick of this Lamar shit. I like Lamar, and I'm a Lamar defender, but he's making me not like him with all this shit. Just you're not going to get the guaranteed money, man. You're not going to get the Deshaun contract that you don't. Yeah, you were an MVP and you played good, but you haven't played good lately. You're injured, and that was a ridiculous contract to begin with.
Let him go on his business ventures to make up that money in case he doesn't get it, okay?
True, like this is what I.
Let him do him. But this had to be
This is
some
what I don't
PR
get about these
stunt
people.
to build up momentum for this gym. They
be
must have
brilliant.
known. They were like, "Oh, if contact NFL teams, it's going to be a story. They're going to be like, who the hell is this Kevin guy?" And then I'm going to be like, "Oh, I'm releasing a home gym with Kevin."
All I can think of is the fucking bird from Up every time you say Kevin. Because his name was Kevin. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes,
movie.
yes, I've seen it. Yeah,
Oh
multiple
my
times.
god.
One of the
I just
saddest
imagine-
intros to any Disney movie ever.
Dude, why do they do that?
I don't know.
They do it. They do it more now too. They have some tragic beginnings.
Yeah, they do. You know, it's a tragic beginning. Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, which has Bijan Robinson number 14 to the Patriots. What the fuck is that?
Ian, this landed on. I've been starting notes for our year-end awards. This might have been a candidate for one of the awards I created. None of this shit in there made sense. Like, I think he had us drafting a defensive lineman. Like, yeah, I know some of the guys are getting older, but we have all this depth. We've drafted a defensive lineman so many years in a row. We don't need a defensive lineman. And you guys certainly don't need to pick Bijan Robinson at 14.
Not at all. We have Ramondre Stevenson, Kevin Harris, Pierre Strong.
No one should draft Bijan Robinson below 20.
No.
Below the first round.
Let me find.
Maybe at 32 or 31. Like if we have him at 30, if we are there at 31, sure, fuck fuck it. We already have the earlier pick that we can use.
Right.
What the
First
fuck?
off, First off, it starts off with the Panthers taking Bryce Young, which is the complete opposite from what everyone's been saying that they're going to take C.J. Stroud, which I really do think they're going to take Stroud. I think that's their
Smart.
guy.
Don't
Like
do the Richardson thing, Panthers. Be smart.
it's just contrarian to be contrarian. He's just like being, oh, I'm just gonna, be a little bit cheeky here.
And he's usually like does good like draft analysis stuff, and I don't know where the fuck this came from.
Right, and then okay, so he has the Raiders taking Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech, edge at number 7. Weird pick. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's a good player, but weird pick. Also, Jalen
yes,
Carter going number 5 to the Seattle, a little bit high. Daniel
I mean
Jeremiah is
Seattle needs
also
defense,
a little
but
bit high at this point.
yeah, maybe we need to keep track of his. Maybe I need to go back into the Daniel Jeremiah vault of mock drafts. Maybe at like. Because I don't know, does he end up at like 7 or something? Like maybe I need to go back. Maybe 3 through 5, he just kind of fucks around because no one actually pays attention to it. Maybe
I
he's
don't
like, I'm
know.
just gonna fuck with people.
Some of these make sense, like Christian Gonzalez to the Falcons and Devin Witherspoon to the Lions,
Yeah,
Richardson to the Colts, which I don't really like with the pick.
I mean,
But then he has Lucas Van Ness to the Eagles, who's a situational pass rusher.
yeah, we don't need like what he did. I think it was. I saw some Eagles account tweet. I think it was that guy or someone else who. It was a guy going against Peter Skoronsky, the Iowa left tackle, who's like really good and just
uh,
blowing up Skoronsky.
Skoronsky is Northwestern.
That's what. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
So,
the tackle that is projected to be a guard because his arms are short as
oh,
well.
is that guy that he has this draft? Is he from Iowa?
No, Skoronsky's from Northwestern.
No, no, no. The Eagles guy that the guy that
Oh
Daniel
yeah,
Jeremiah has
yeah,
the
Van
Eagles at.
Ness. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
from
that
Iowa.
guy. That guy. He because it's Van Ness just blowing up Skoronsky. So cool. He's blowing up we just don't need that. I want
Oh yeah.
defense. Well, that's defense, but I want like linebackers or fucking. I'm in a fiery mood.
Something.
I don't know where this came from, but I'm ready to just. I told Reagan earlier today. I was like, I wish we had a punching bag because sometimes I just want to let it out, and I can't scream right now. I just want to.
A punching bag also makes a lot of noise because it's hooked to the ceiling
Yeah.
or on the ground.
Just need a silencer for my mouth every so often. Just a nice scream. It's like what we
Right.
talked about when we were at Shane's. There's definitely some deep seated fury in me for some reason. I feel like I'm pretty chill, but then for some reason, my brain. I don't know. I've got March
Right.
Madness brain. My brain's so just. Ugh. Fuck you, Daniel Jeremiah.
So yeah, like we said, Patriots have Bijan Robinson. Then after that, Dalton Kincaid to the Commanders, who's been having back problems, a lot like Gronk. We have Will Levis to the Buccaneers at 19, which is weird.
That
I could
makes
see that, but
that's
that's
a
weird.
good. That's where he should be drafted. I've seen a lot of Will Levis propaganda lately on Twitter, and I responded to someone, and
I
he
think he
literally
should.
did.
I think
He
he should go 7 to the Raiders. What the hell are the Raiders gonna do?
I don't know.
They have Jimmy G, who gets hurt half the time. They need to draft
Hey,
a quarterback. They have to.
maybe
They have
maybe
to.
Josh McDaniels will find that magic that he had when he was with the Patriots for that stretch.
They
I
don't
don't
even
know.
really. Who's their backup quarterback? May
Yeah,
as
they
well have
lost
a
Marcus
rookie.
Mariota. Yeah, like I don't know, man. He should. I just literally there's a clip out going around of Will Levis doing the exact same throw that Zach Wilson did.
Yep.
The turnaround, set up, like opposite rollout, bomb. And I just commented Zach Wilson part 2. And the guy was like, I actually have higher hopes for him like this. And I'm like, well, higher hopes than Zach Wilson is not being literally the worst quarterback in the league. So, yeah, I hope he can be a little bit better than that.
Right. A weird quarterback decision. Hendon Hooker to the Vikings at 23. That's a little bit too high for Hooker, I think.
I don't hate it because I feel like
I don't hate that, but
you know,
I feel like that's a waste of a first round
yeah,
pick.
definitely a waste of a first round pick. I think the Vikings is a solid team to go to for him, where
That's
he's
yeah.
going to have
In the
great
second
receivers and
round.
stuff. And yes, second round, definitely second round, not 29. Like you can get someone so much better for better value. Where like you can pick him in the second round. There's no expectations for him to start early. You still got Kirk for a couple years. Like Daniel Jeremiah, what are you doing, man? I'm keeping my eye on you from now on when it comes to draft season.
Right.
I'm just gonna watch
But
mock drafts all night now. I know it. I'm just gonna go on YouTube and watch mock drafts.
yeah. So yeah, that was just weird. I think that'll
Yes,
be the
very
last thing
weird.
we go over though.
Yeah. Now, do you want to last thing for NFL?
No, just last thing overall.
Okay,
It's late.
sounds good. Oh yeah, you got to work tomorrow. Sounds good to me, my friend.
Alrighty, RJ.
All
So
right, everybody.
winner of the bracket pool. Good end of the weekend. Hell yes.
Congratulations again, sir.
Fuck yeah. We will see you guys. This will be uploaded, of course, on Tuesday at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Listen on Spotify. Listen anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Watch the clips.
Yes, absolutely. Watch the clips. We upload the clips to Twitter, Instagram. So, fuck yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. All right, everybody.
All right, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Thank you very
Peace.
much.
Much, much, much,
Much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much,
much.
much.